William Tyrrell inquest, dogs don't lie. After following the William Tyrrell investigation for the last 5 years, one could only come to the conclusion that it would have to be the most disturbing case in Australian history, full of inconsistencies, shocking police work, disgusting journalism, and now we have an inquest that seems to be dragging its feet with lengthy adjournments. We have seen numerous witnesses questioned, some put on show, chased and harassed by journalists, having to prove their innocence before being left alone. Then there are others that possibly should be the prime suspects, treated like they are just innocent bystanders, with the assumption that they just wouldn't have done such a thing. Well, why does everyone except the so-called loving foster parents have to have alibis and prove where they were on the day little William went missing? Why have they been treated with the utmost consideration and respect by the police, the inquest, and especially the journalist, hidden away from public eyes, ushered into secret chambers to answer questions? Is this just because they are foster parents, or maybe they have friends in high places? It seems to me they have escaped the full force of the law. We live in a democracy whereas all citizens are equal in the eyes of the law, or some more equal than others. It has been explained that why they remain anonymous is for the mental health well-being of William's sister, that she might be treated, teased unkindly because she is a foster child. The year is 2019, not 1919. In today's society, there are a lot more worse scenarios than that. Could this act mean that any future foster parent who might find themselves in a similar position will be treated with the same entitlements? Or will this mean that anyone, including murderers, rapists, pedophiles, prostitutes, etc., that may have children that might be affected by the public naming of their parents, there is no difference? We are all humans and should be treated the same. Then we have some journalists, when asking predetermined questions, opening up. We are about to interview the loving foster mother. Now, how on earth could they know how loving she was? Would any caring and loving mother, or foster mother in this case, after observing 3 suspicious vehicles on the street out the front of her property, especially the man she described as appearing to look like a deviant at best, still let young William, only 3 years old, wander around the front of the house unsupervised? Just doesn't make sense to me. What about the dogs? Here we have absolute professionals in their trade. After letting the dogs do their job trying to find William's scent, they come up with nothing. Did the trainer say it's like William wasn't here at all? Now just think for a second. The foster mother said William had rode his bike, climbed trees, went into the garden, wandered out the back and front yards, but no scent was left. This is impossible. You could ask any dog trainer in the world and they would agree. This would mean William was not there that day. The dogs don't lie. Listen to them. Why hasn't this fact been investigated thoroughly? Very disturbing to say the least. We should hold the early investigators, especially the head detective, to task. He reminds me of Inspector Clouseau. The only difference, Clouseau got the job done. The only eye that was on the foster parents was the blind eye. The foster mother has been treated like a saint, to the point that she might be canonised, I say, by the biggest canon available. We also have an extraordinary situation concerning the biological parents. They have had their children taken away, placed in the hands of foster carers, who in this case have lost one of their children. Now, to be fair, the remaining girl, still in the custody of the carers, should be reunited with the biological mother immediately before she might get lost as well. You know, history has a tendency of repeating itself. I would like to add, the reason that these two children were taken away from their mother in the first place is because she failed a drug test, positive to marijuana. Well, goodness gracious me. If the Child Protection mob took the time to drug test every mother in New South Wales alone, they would have to find another million foster carers. Give her back now. She has suffered enough. Thank you very much.